I'm Zach Milenius, and this is Battle, I guess. I didn't really have a better name at the time, so I just went with that and went from there, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the tower then.
All right, so the tower was actually the last completed part of the build. It was kind of like a power through during the last 3 months to get the top part of the tower and the ships done. And I really needed to kind of mix things up, like just so it wouldn't end up as a big box. And I was able to do that kind of by adding the shed here and the inverted slopes and just kind of panels to create like a, I don't know, varied effect on it.
Yeah.
And I kind of tried to do the same thing here with the, I don't know, panels and regular slopes, just to vary things. But then I also wanted to focus on patterns, like with the 1x1 bricks and tiles. And then even on the back side as well, I tried to get some patterns. But so with the 1x1 round tiles and the kind of like walling there, and with the, was that chain link fence pieces? So like all of that was just trying to keep everything consistent in some way, but I also wanted to vary up every floor as its own kind of vignette. And I even still want to go back and emphasize that point more.
So this is great. So not only did you build the exterior, you've got all these rooms inside here. So take us through a few of these and kind of some of your favorite details in there.
Well, I'm going to be honest, a lot of these were just kind of thrown together at the last minute. But the one I did plan for was kind of the prison underneath. Like that was pre-built way earlier than the rest of the tower. And then the fire scene as well, I had to kind of plan for just to get the lighting effects in there, since there are lights running throughout most of the display. And then I can even set up the motor now that I'm thinking about it for the windmill at some point.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. You come around to the front here and you see the coloring, so it seems like very much a kind of a throwback to the old like Imperial Pirates type of sets.
That was definitely what I was going for. Like I said, this is like my boilerplate kind of stuff. Like I just love doing pirates and like in this exact style with like big white walls, the yellow highlights, and then even like the brick showing. I feel like I've seen that in some old, it might have even been the more recent line of pirates, but they just had like stickers that were kind of dark red. I really wanted to emphasize something similar to that. Like I just love all those aspects. And then the ships were just kind of my own sort of working, I guess. Like I was just like making happen what I could, and like the hulls are all built on this similar style of like a clip with the cheese slopes to get a slight slant, I guess, going with it. And then, but the backs I just kind of freehand shaped with pieces I had available to me.
Yeah, so you went for kind of the classic red and blue look there.
I figured it would draw easy contrast, and well, I'd always wanted to do like the dark blue and gold as a ship style. Like I felt like that would look really good together, and I didn't actually have sails for it, so with those I ended up just rolling up the red striped sails, and I know like some of them had Jolly Rogers on them, so it was like I had to roll them, otherwise it just would not work. But I feel like the effect actually I really liked, and I think I'll probably end up using again.
Yeah, it works very well. And then how'd you decide on the kind of color and style of the water?
I'm gonna be honest, it's mostly parts availability. Yeah, I had all of this left over from like Aquapoc. It was a Brick Fair 2010 or 11, I forget, but and then the rest is just slowly accumulating as many trans parts as I could for this project specifically. Like I had never tried something at quite this scale, and so it was definitely a new challenge, I would say.
So you mentioned Brick Fair a number of years ago, so you've been displaying at shows then for quite a number of years. What was the first show you were displayed at?
I think it was Brickworld 2009, I want to say, yeah, or 2010, I forget. One of the first. You
were here in the early days then.
Yes, and then I took a couple of years off, and this is hopefully the comeback of many more things to come.
No, this is great. Yeah, it's great to see this work here. So when you brought this tower to the show, did that travel well? How'd that work?
Oh, not perfectly. There's a break point here that you can kind of see running along the wall, and I was like praying that would be modular enough, and it does break along the sand at one point here, but it ended up not fitting in the compact car we had, so I ended up chopping another couple floors off of each of these to fit her in. And even then, like, most of this is solid brick throughout. Like, there are the holes for the cavern and like where to store lights, but everything else is super rigid and heavy. Like, even without battery packs, this thing felt like it was easily 50 pounds to just try and haul around. Like, we had it on a big wood board, so I'll definitely try and work on something more modular for future events. I guess it's just been a learning process even after all this time.
Yeah, certainly. Well, did you say there's a motor for the windmill here as well? Okay, you can see if we can get that turned on.
See if I can start it up.
It's like an easy design there to take that on and off.
Yeah,
So it's
well, especially with these crates, they're so easy to just like kind of rest pieces on, but not have them wobble.
okay.
All right, now we'll see if I can hit the. Uh-oh.
Whoops.
I'll have to retrieve that. There we go. That was a new addition to the display last night, I think.
So a little added details there.
Yeah. I'll have to.
Okay, very cool. So you even got movement.
Yeah, I wanted to emphasize kind of like all the things I thought would be really interesting at a convention. So like height, make it stand out on the table, and then motion, and then I have lights. I don't know if all of them are set up right now. I know a couple of them burned out at some point. Like, those have given me more problems than I'd like. But other than that, I've been really happy with it.
Yeah. Great. Well, it's an excellent display, and you won Best Individual Layout, so congratulations on the award.
I'm really excited about that. Thank you.
So thanks so much for bringing it to the show, and thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.